All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Falcon Field for Game 3 of Day 2, the Forest Acres Classic. If you just joined us for the last game, my name is not Jeff Rhodes. Just got in from class and unfortunately had to be where all you guys were. I guess you tuned in and kind of decided to sit that one out and watch it in the class. It was a phenomenal game between Dutch Fork and Airport, which is now slotted into the game of the tournament. Well, Dutch Fork now controls their path out, or not Dutch Fork, River Bluff and Airport. Either way, River Bluff controls their path now out of that block, but we'll shift our attention to Block A, where that team on the right and that team on the left still technically control their own path out. Only Dutch Fork needs a tad bit of help. Brookland-Cayce still has everything they need to do to get there. Now, it's going to be a fun one today, Game 3 of Day 2. My name is Alex Ross for those who are just joining me for the day, and it should be a lot of fun here. The nightcap kicks off. The first of two is obviously the Silver Foxes of Dutch Fork and the Bearcats of Brookland-Cayce. After that, tonight, the Miller School, the Mavericks, will take on our own AC Flora Falcons, and what could very well determine who comes out of this block, however. Now, we'll have to see. As long as, now, theoretically, whoever wins this needs some help from the other team. Technically, Brookland-Cayce a little less, but we'll still rock and roll because they technically play both these teams. So here's how it's going to work. If AC Flora wins, Dutch Fork controls their path, theoretically, as long as they win by more than 2. If AC Flora loses, Miller's going to go all the way in this region, barring, and this is where it gets fun, a Brookland-Cayce win today and a Brookland-Cayce win tomorrow. Brookland-Cayce would have a win over everybody but the hosting AC Flora Falcons, and theoretically, AC Flora will then have to beat Dutch Fork. It would make a lot of fun. So technically this side is still up for grabs. On the other side of the bracket, River Bluff has pretty much punched their ticket to the end, especially with that 12-point win against Oceanside Collegiate. As long as they don't really stink it up against Norman, which does not seem like they're going to do after the way they played today against Airport. They will most likely control their region. Airport and Oceanside's eliminated after the loss, but Airport has to pray for basically a massive run rule victory for the Cavaliers tomorrow. Something that doesn't look likely, but you never know what's going to happen. So those are kind of where we're standing at this side of the brackets. A lot's about to be decided here in the next 6 or so hours. I'm glad that you guys are here. My name's Alex Ross one more time, and we're going to begin this second half of Day 2 here in the Forest Acres Classic. Because again, a little quick reminder, while both the lineup cards are being exchanged and the regulations are being shown here at Falcon Field, the winners of each of these two games will play in a championship game on Thursday. It's a round-robin format, and we are in that round-robin format still. We're about a halfway point as of this game. So I'll let the PA announcer take it away, and we'll have some fun.
This afternoon game pits the Silver Foxes of Dutch Fork against the Bearcats of Brookland-Cayce. Guys, let's play ball.
All right. Great as always. So the designated home team, as you can see on your score bug on the bottom left, are the Silver Foxes of the Dutch Fork. The designated away team are the Bearcats of Brookland-Cayce. So Dutch Fork will be in the field first, the team that suffered a phenomenal game but an unfortunate loss against the Mavericks of Miller yesterday. That was a great game where unfortunately Jesse English could not come in relief. He walked to home, and where Miller took a 4-2 victory. So you can probably hear the going in and out the lineup. I'm going to quickly do it as well. Boone Miller on the mound, Jarvis Jackson behind the dish, Alex Townley, I'll put some music on the background, but Alex Townley at first, Ethan Offing at second, Brady Yarborough at short, Matthew Rollinson at third, Wilkin Bickley in left, Raleigh Salters in center, and Canlin Morden in right. Your Bearcat squad leading off, Brandon Kessner in the 2-hole, the 8th grade sensation turned freshman, Rylan Bullis. In the center field, it's Bennett Blaine. Right field, it's Austin Herodes. At second, it's Dylan McKinchuk. We're getting that down. At the 6th hole, it's the catcher Ethan Smith. At 7, it's on the mound, Brogan Sox. At 8, I'm used to saying Go Cox for South Carolina, so that's my apologies, Mr. Sox. Number 8 is the 3rd baseman, Maddox Medeiros. And the 9th hole is the 1st baseman who played catcher last night, Preston Coggins. Quickly run through the BC building once we get there, but on the mound for the Silver Foxes, it's Boone Miller. Boone has he was in game 2 of their 3 straight wins last week. The Dutch Fork Silver Foxes are coming in Even they won 5 straight before yesterday. However, they lost yesterday. They swept Laytonville, if I'm not mistaken. Boone got the start in Game 2. He pitched 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, and 6 strikeouts against the Timberwolves. Boone, now this will be his 6th game started this year for the Silver Foxes. He walks in with 10 earned runs over 19 innings pitched with 21 strikeouts and 10 walks. The right-hander will beat this Brookland-Cayce lineup, the young lineup I mentioned a lot last night, but it's never too bad to forget. Another quick note for those who are new to Brookland-Cayce, maybe even the Forest Acres Classic. This is the 5th time these two teams have seen each other this year. Well, if you're going to try to predict how one this is going to go, Dutch Fork is 4-0 against the Bearcats. They're looking to make it 5 in a row, as Boone Miller will start it off. First pitch at 4:57. The right-hander Kessner fouls it off, and we are underway in the 3rd game of Day 2 in this Forest Acres Classic. Game number 7 in the tournament. Number 7 of 15 if you're keeping track at home. It's an 0-1 from the right-hander on the mound. He'll deal to the right-hander at the plate. Brandon Kessner, the left fielder. 0-1 fastball, ball 1. And for those who care for my well-being, it's a very nice thing to know that the scoreboard is up and running, meaning that I have a safety net behind me. I'm also going to be working the scoreboard again, so cut me some slack. Jeff Rhodes went home. But 1-1 from the right-hander, high heat. Kessner swings through, and it's 1-2 now against the leadoff hitter for Brookland-Cayce. Boone, he has pitched against Brookland-Cayce once. He went 5 2/3 innings on 5 hits and 3 earned runs, 9 strikeouts though, and he starts it off with a K right there. Blew it by Kessner, strikeout swinging, and that's how Miller begins his afternoon. Well, as I said in the 2-hole, the 8th grade turned freshman sensation for the Bearcats, Rylan Bullis. Bullis got the start yesterday on the mound for the Bearcats, and he went about 5 innings before the wheels came off. Well, wheels didn't really come off. It wasn't his fault. He let up 9 runs, but only 3 of them were earned. Bullis now plays in the field today at short. First pitch to the right-hander at the plate. High for ball 1 from Boone on the mound. There's that scoreboard updated. Dutch Fork looking to end their loss yesterday. Throws a curveball high for ball 1. Bullis watches it. Against these Silver Foxes, Bullis went 3 for 6 with 1 RBI and a walk. He's trying to reverse the curse here in a way. It's 2-0, I guess, as that ball is in there for strike 1. He's got it wrong on the scoreboard. It's now 2-1 the count here against Bullis. Miller, he'll wind, he'll deal home the pitch right down Broadway, strike 2. He battles back from being behind 2-0. He's looking for his 2nd straight strikeout of the day. Bullis, one of the best hitters on this Bearcat team. In the 2-hole, it's 2-2 with 1 down on the top of the 1st. The pitch outside, ball 3, filler up. As I said, Bullis leads the Bearcats in average, hitting .385 this season, coming off a 1-for-2 performance against our own AC Flora Falcons. He now is a full count here. Boone winds, he'll deal home the pitch inside, ball 4, and Bullis draws the walk. A 1-out base runner for Boone Miller, who has now struck out 1 and walked 1. The center fielder, Bennett Plain, will be the 3rd man up in the inning. Plain, the other young freshman on the team, hitting 2 for 16 so far this year for the Bearcats, who after the loss yesterday come in at 3-9. That may look a little bit of a game changer as he squares the bunt, pulls it back, and 1 goes right down Broadway for strike 1. That was a little bit different on game changer. That's simply because I took out a game. There was a couple games that were called before innings. I didn't feel like it was fair to kind of put those games on pitchers and on players, so I kind of nick that game from the scoreboard. That's a personal thing for me, so technically if you're looking at Falcon scores or Dutch Fork or Brookland-Cayce, it's not the same thing. That ball's off the end of the bat, or into the hands. Catcher is going to make the play. That is Jarvis Jackson for out number 2. Sorry, I looked up and I lost my eyesight for half a second in the sun, which is like right where that ball was hit. Took me a second to get the name, but 2 down here.
Batting number 1,
With a
Austin
man on
Rhodes.
first still. Bringing up Austin Rhodes, the sophomore. Well, Rhodes coming into the night with 5 hits on the year. Looking for a 3rd RBI for him. He had to put one in the gap. Boone, he'll pick off to first. The right-hander goes all the way around. Bullis does not attempt to steal, though. Boone Miller, as I said, he's pitched before against these Bearcats, going 5 2/3 inning. Expect a decently long performance here from the right-hander on the mound. The pitch, he tries to late bunt that one down the first base line. It goes foul. Townley, the first baseman, gave chase but couldn't catch up to it. It's now 0-2 here. Or 0-1, excuse me, I'm way off. Guess coming from school may have done something. There's 2 gone on the top of the first, 0-0. 0-1 here against the sophomore Rhodes. It's another righty on righty matchup. No lefties yet to be faced by Boone. Instead of, though, going home, he'll go back to first, where Bullis slides back in safely. Bullis does have a stolen base, however, he's also been caught once. It's not like him to be aggressive. He got on base against the Falcons. He didn't attempt to steal yesterday. But since he got on in the first inning, maybe he'll try to do some more trickery. Not now. He'll go home. Ball 1 high and inside against the righty. It took 4 innings for the Bearcats to get a runner on against the Falcons, and when they got the runners on, they loaded the bases. But to their avail, Tyler Hernandez was able to get out of the jam, and the Falcons ended up winning 9-2. That evil swing, runner goes, strike 2, throwing down to second, not in time. Right on cue, Bullis steals second. Has a runner in scoring position with 2 down. However, the swinging strike for Rhodes brings the count to 1-2. Rhodes, as I said, only has 2 RBIs in the year. It'll be a big time to attack this Dutch Fort team, which they've all seen so many times, and try to get on the win column here against the Silver Foxes. Boone will step off. Still 1-2 the count. Dutch Fort very good at the dish. Love to put some more runs on the board. The 1-2. Boone, he'll kick, he'll deal home. The pitch, swinging strike 3. Boone strikes out 2 in the frame. And lets 4 come to bat, gets 3 of them out, and leaves 1 stranded. That will do it for the top of the first. There's a 0 on the board for the Bearcats, and the Silver Foxes will come up for the first time today here at the Forest Acres Classic. Welcome back, year 2, Forest Acres, South Carolina, bottom of the first incoming. We'll go through that Brookland-Cayce lineup real quick. On the mound of the Brogan Sox, behind the dish, Ethan Smith first, Preston Coggins second, Dylan McKinchuk third is Maddox Medeiros. At short, it's Ryan Bullis. First pitch in there from Sox, way outside, ball 1. And here we go. But in the outfield, we'll go real quick. Brandon Kestner left, Bennett Plain in center, Austin Rodas in right. That will do it here for the Brookland-Cayce lineup. That ball over to third, gets through the hole. It's a base hit. Yarborough starts the day off with a single on the left side of the infield. Dutch Fork quickly trying to apply the pressure here to Sox. So second up to bat is Matthew Rollison. A man that I couldn't get right yesterday, but that man skied one into the forestry. Talked about the almost immaculate home runs of this tournament. Rollison has maybe the best one as that one kicks some dirt up. It's ball 1 from the right-hander dealing to the right-handed hitter. Rollison, as I said, put one in the stratosphere yesterday. It went all the way over that left field wall. Tried to put one there, Daddy Hack, but just missed it. Foul ball. I said Yarborough. It was not Yarborough. It was that man right there. Enough about that homer. Let's talk about Rollison here. He's a Presbyterian College commit. And yesterday, put on a nice performance, 1 for 3 with the solo shot that tied that game in the 6th for the Silver Foxes. Ball picked off to first, not in time, goes Yarborough. So, the man on the mound, Sox, trying to attack Rollison. It's 1-1 the count. Here, now a man runs, swinging strike 2, throw down to second, Bullis puts the tag, not in time. Yarborough swipes second, and the Silver Foxes have a man in scoring position just like that. Well, Sox, this will be his 5th start of the year. He's 2-2 here for the Bearcats. 16 2/3 innings, 5 earned runs. He's been one of the better pitchers here for Brookland-Cayce. He's ahead of Rollison, 1-2. Coming home the pitch, kicks up some dirt. Nice play there from Smith behind the dish. Keep it in front of him and keep Yarborough at second. It's now 2-2 with nobody out. Rollison, after that performance, he made his average stay steady Eddie at 1-3, 33%. Swing and a miss, though, strike 3. It's not what he's looking to do. And out number 1 for Rollison comes via the punch-out.
Now batting number 8, Riley Salter.
For Sox, comes via the punch-out. Well, coming up now, another phenomenal young player here for the Silver Foxes, and in this game in total, that's Riley Salters, the center fielder. First pitch from a righty-to-righty matchup. Low inside, caught, looking strike 1. Sox paints the corner. Salters, he's been probably the best hitter against this Brookland-Cayce team. They can't figure out how to get this kid out. 0-1 the pitch, a grind down the left field line, foul ball. Salters has only had 10 plate appearances against the Bearcats, only gotten out 1 time. He's 9 for 10, and he can hit with the best of them. Salters has 5 RBIs and has drawn 5 walks. He's one of those kids that looked at Jeff McNeil, the former Met, or still the Met. And the Braves player, Cave's coach, looked at him and said, I don't know how we get you guys out. Salters, unfortunate. The curveball stayed high, but it hit the bat for foul ball, and Salters will stay at 0-2. Yeah, the GM for the Braves, name's blanking for me, but he looked at Jeff McNeil. He's like, I hate you because we can't get you out. That's what Coach Sharpie over there for Brookland-Cayce is exactly thinking. They can't get Salters out here. However, Sox is ahead 0-2. He'll wind, he'll deal home the pitch. Softly ground to the left side. Bullis will move to his right. Have to make the long throw to first. The stretch. Did he get him? Yeah, he did. Preston Coggins delivers the stretch. Bullis gets Salters out for the 2nd time this year. And now there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the 1st. So the weird thing for these teams is there's got to be a point where you guys, honestly, you're seeing them too many times. I mean, Major League Baseball teams, they play each other 19 times here in their division. These 2 teams, Brookland-Cayce's 3A, Dutch Fork is 5A, meaning they don't play each other, not in the same region. How have they played 5 times? This will be the 5th. Beats me. But have they seen each other too many times? We'll find out here. The 4th batter of the inning is right there, Jarvis Jackson, who fouls that one back. It's going to be 0-1 for the right-hander at the plate. Dutch Fork, this is the 6th time they're appearing in the Forest Acres Classic. Brookland-Cayce, the first time since 28. That one's lifted to center. Bennett Plain making the long run to his right. That ball off the wall. That will plate one. Yarborough will come around from second. Jackson will stand in with a double. And the Silver Foxes grab the 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting number 4, Ethan.
That ball was lined on a rope. Nothing they could do. We'll switch places at second, clear that count. And Dutch Fork grabs the 1-0 lead.
Number 9, Alexander Pelham.
Well, that's not Alexander Townley. Oh, that's who's pitch running, I think. Well, either way, at the dish is going to be the 5-hole hitter, Ethan Offing. Offing is playing second today. He has not bad numbers here against this BC lineup. First pitch high and outside of the right-hander at the dish. 1-0. Offing is 4 for 12 with Trey RBIs here against the Bearcats. There's 2 down to the bottom of the first, looking to expand the lead. That one just missed inside from the right-hander on the mound. I think Sox knows that one missed, and he's again give up that 1 run off the bat of Jackson. Now he's trying to make some noise here and get out of this inning. That curveball stays inside, ball 3. Path to first opens up for Offing. Over at second, that's Townley, pitch running. He has a stolen base. Got some speed. See if he intends to go. The pitch home hits Offing. That one right on the shoulder blade, unintentional. The curveball just lost the grip. As you see Sox pick the chalk up. So first and second now, 2 down. Two down, and Hunter Phipps comes up to the dish. Phipps was one of the bright spots the whole tournament yesterday. Going 5 innings, 4 hits, 0 earned runs. Now there were 2 that came across in front of him, but he gave up 0 earned run and struck out 7 Mavericks. This kid had one of the best pitching duels. Well, it's one of the weird things. I'm trying to get the words out. He fouls that one back. Defensive swing there from Phipps from the righty. He had one of the best kind of at-bats. He was on the mound facing Evan Hankins from the Miller School, and that was a 10-pitch at-bat where Phipps won it, striking out the Tennessee commit. Now he DHs tonight and looking to try to make some noise at the dish, get a couple more home, and expand this 1-0 Dutch Fork lead in the bottom of the first. He's behind Owen Run. The right-hander deals that ball going the other way. Gets through the right-handed home. Base hit. Rodison right. They're going to give the windmill to Townley. That ball coming to the plate. Smith's going to have to come cut that off, and Dutch Fork has a 2-0 lead. Hunter Phipps does the job. It's a nice piece of hitting there from Dutch Fork. They did a great job of going inside out. That's exactly what Phipps did. And I just shot that one to the other side, and it worked. RBI single. And just like that, after it was 2 gone, Dutch Fork has put 2 up on the board and lead it 2-0. Got to do all of this work here on my score sheet and everything else. The next batter for Silver Foxes, Boykin Bickley. That first pitch roped out to left center field again. Bennett Plain, wrong run. That ball's going to drop in front of him. Base hit. Going around third is Offing. Phipps going to try to make it to third. Nobody covering. It'll be a RBI single for Boykin Bickley. Phipps moves to third, and the Silver Foxes lead 3-0. We're moving all over the place right now. I have no time to update anything. Dutch Fork leading 3-0 against these Bearcats. And now the 8-hole hitter, Alex Townley, will come up and be the batter, the first lefty going to be faced here today from either squad. Townley, the junior, only has 5 ABs this season. I don't know why I said this team. First pitch from the righty, runner goes, throw down to the shortstop, no movement from Phipps at second, so it's technically a stolen base from Boykin Bickley. As Evan Smith trying to get the bait to Phipps. Phipps smartly stays at third, but second and third now 2 in scoring position with a ball. A right-hander on the mound, he'll kick, he'll deal home the pitch, just hits the outside part of the zone, excuse me. Umpire hasn't called it a strike today, but calls that one a strike. It's now 1-1 here against the junior Silver Fox. Sox works, puts one in the dirt. Nice stop from Smith behind the dish, keeps it in front of him. No movement from the runners. Townley is the 8th batter coming up this inning. The 9th one on deck is Candler Morden, excuse me. And then the top of the order coming back up for the Silver Foxes. 2-1. Sox, he'll deal. High heat, ball 3. First base is open. I don't think he wants to put anyone there, though. So you don't want to walk the 8-hole hitter Townley. Sox will come home with it. That pitch, fastball, just gets the outside part of the zone. Townley, you can kind of even see a little late call from the umpire there. Tell him to get back in the box. Townley was about to throw that bat. Instead keeps it. 3-2 and nobody on first. The runners will not be in motion. There is a place to put them, but it would load the bases as Sox for a second. He'll check the runner at third. The right-hander. He'll come home with it. The pitch, fastball, got the outside part of the zone. Strike 3 looking. So there's 3 runs come across for the Dutch Fork, all on 2 singles and a double, might I add. Funner, Phipps, Jarvis Jackson, and Boykin Bickley all bring them home. Dutch Fork leads 3-0. We'll go to the second here at the Forest Acres Classic. Welcome back here to the Midlands. We're set to begin the top of the second inning. It's now a 3-0 lead here for the Silver Fox as we head to the top of the second. Boone Miller walked the second batter, but left him stranded at second. After the first, and 2 strikeouts, now he'll come back to the mound. First batter he faces the second baseman, Dylan McKinchuk. McKinchuk is 1-6 against these Silver Foxes this year. He has 2 walks as well. Boone, first pitch to him, righty on righty, right down Broadway for strike numero 1. The sun is coming down beaming. It's going to be the hottest day here at the Forest Acres Classic. And there's some breeze, though, not enough to kick a ball out. Fouled that one back. That was a little outside against the right-handed hitter, but he made an attempt and hit it. It's now 0-2. Well, Boone moving into his second inning of work. This man does go long. He'll go over 4 innings pretty much every single time. We'll see if tonight's any different yet to have a loss on the mound every time he's been on the mound. It's either someone else has a win or someone else gets the loss. He only has 2 wins of his 5 starts. 0-2 coming on. The curveball just slapped over to our second baseman, Offing. He will collect it and make the throw for out number 1. One down in the top of the second. Will bring up the 6-hole at Ethan Smith. Not to be confused with the Falcons' Evan Smith. Ethan didn't get the start yesterday, but he came in as a pinch hitter. Ethan went 1 plate appearance and a walk. He ended up scoring one of the 2 Bearcat runs in the loss yesterday. Boone lines, he'll deal the first pitch to the righty. Swung on right center field. Morden going over. He'll have room and he'll make the play for out 2. Morden was already shading him, kind of got lucky in a sense. If he was playing close to that line, we might have seen Smith round in second going 3. But first pitch swing does not work for Smith, and there's now 2 down ever so quickly in the second.
Now batting number 5, Brogan Sox.
So the pitcher, Brogan Sox, he'll try to help himself out. There's 2 gone here in the second already. So righty on righty here as Townley throws home, or Boone throws home, foul back into the net. 0-1. Sox, another player who didn't get the start yesterday, but came into the game late and eventually walked with an RBI. He had an RBI on, I think it was a sacrificed bunt, if I'm not mistaken. He's behind 0-1 as the right-hander. Boone swings and misses. Gets him on a curveball, Boone Miller did, and Sox couldn't find it. He's behind 0-2 here in the top of the second. 3-0 lead for the Silver Foxes after 3 came across in their first frame of the game. Boone looking for an effective inning. Throws it home, curveball, swinging strike 3. Got him on the curveball. Sox couldn't find it as he swings and misses on 2 of them, and Boone Miller now has 3 strikeouts through his first 2 innings of work. I'm going to put some music on in the background and figure all this stuff out real quick. We're going to talk about our sponsors here because we need to, and they are doing some great things for us. Finally, with my black pen, I want to talk about the Big Red Box. The Big Red Box Dumpster Company is a container company. It's pretty easy. You call them, they will take all your stuff, and they're going to take it away for you. All you got to do is load it up. And again, it's run by one of my good friends, Chris Dorsey. Chris, he runs the Big Red Box with his Parco partner. Again, they're great customer service, reliability, so easy. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. Call the Big Red Box Dumpster Company at 803-783-6834. Look up www.bigredboxdumpstercompany.com. You know? Well, Chris Dorsey runs that by day, and as I said, the Batman runs this by night. Richland 215 Legion team. Why should you play Legion? Well, a couple easy reasons for you right off the bat. Well, it's free, so a great alternative to travel, which costs a ton of money. So it's free, and moreover, great competition here. I mean, you got some of the best returning seniors going to college, and as well as some college some players that will go to college, and some people that graduated and they're heading to college next season. So join that Legion League, hit that QR code on your screen, and go or follow them online. The local Legion team for AC Florida is the Richland 215 Monarchs. So go to follow Monarchs 803, and we'll get you hooked up. All right, well, it took a little while for Sox and Ethan Smith to get out of the dugout since they were the last 2 batters out. So we're gonna go to a break here, and I'm gonna keep that on the screen. We'll be right back here with the bottom of the second momentarily. Testing one. Okay. I think I figured it out. Jeez, I hate this thing. Hello? What happened now? Hello? Oh my gosh. I hate this thing, Jeff. Oh man. What the heck? Hello? Testing? Testing? Hello? Hello? this. This is a nightmare. I can hear. Theoretically, I didn't. Oh, well, now I can hear myself very, very well. Alright, well. There we go. Okay. How do I sound? Does it sound bad? Okay, alright, thank you. Bye. That was fun. Alright, well, after all of that, we are back here at Forest Acres. Well, trying to mess with my headset, get all of my stuff separated up. I sound pretty awful, but all things considered, it's not terrible considering the stream's still up and everything, I guess. Alright, well, goodness gracious, this is a whole mess over here. Well, luckily you didn't miss much of game time action. Brookland-Cayce unfortunately got thrown out at the plate, so it is now a 5-0 game over there. They did threaten, rather. Try to mess all of this. There's a runner on first, 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. Goodness gracious, I sound so loud on my headset. See if I can try to fix this. Hello? Here, I'm gonna mute myself for a second, but I'll be right back. All right, I think we're back on. Is that ball left field, swinging and driving. That's going to bring in another run. And it's now 6-0 Dutch Fork. Sorry, y'all, for all the technical difficulties. Things got unplugged. Things went undone. Not a fun day for me, or a fun couple of minutes. But there's now 2 down here in the top of, or the bottom of the 3rd. All right. Let's see if I can figure out what all happened in the last some time. Alright. To bear with me, y'all. I just got to figure out what the heck all happened when I was gone. Considering I did not even close to remotely look at the scores or anything. Because I sound awful. Gotta love that. Oh, there's my phone. Okay. I think we're back, hopefully. Well, I sound awful when things are blowing around, but back is an understatement. Sun is going behind a cloud, so that is nice. So let me try to figure out what all I missed. I sound so overmodulated. It's so annoying. I don't know what to do with it or even how to get out of it. Maybe that helps. Ball into center field. Bennett Plain goes back, makes the play out 3, and that will do it. 3 come across, though, for Dutch Fork. They lead at 6-0. I'll be back here momentarily. All right, welcome back, guys. I think I got everything figured out. It's the now top of the fourth. Number 10, Bennett Plain leads it off, and we are rocking and rolling here going to the fourth inning. That ball is skied high, left side, and foul. I'm trying to get my score sheet so I can get an accurate representation of what's going on here. Okay, we're working through it, guys. So I know I'm not talking at all, but give me 1 second here. I'm rocking and rolling. Only the simple 9-4 double play. That's how we love to hear it. All right, there we go. Sorry, guys, want to try to figure out what was going on over here in my side of everything. I think I got everything figured out. So it's the top of the fourth. It's a 2-2 count here on the freshman Bennett Plain. And Dutch Fork leading 6-0 in the top of the fourth. Still Boone Miller on the mound, who strikes him out. Nice pitch. It's now 1 gone in the top of the fourth. Boone Miller, that's his 4th of the day. As only 2 or 3 base runners have reached here for Brookland-Cayce. They only have, I think, 2 hits on the day. Not even. They only have 1 hit. There's been 2 walks from Boone Miller as he throws one right down Broadway against Rhodes. It's strike 1. So, I'm not sure what my head's set over here, but I think I got everything figured out. Unless Jeff has texted me again. Next pitch there from Boone Miller. The righty deals. It's strike 2, back-to-back. Again, sorry for all the misconceptions. I apologize. It was just a lot of things that were missed. Just a lot of moving parts. Unfortunately, I did not know how to figure that out. That ball, curveball, slapped softly over to the left side. Rollison, the third baseman's got it. He'll throw it across the diamond for out numero dos. Well, Boone Miller has having a great game so far. He's in his 4th inning of work. Now about to face his 14th batter, Dylan McKinchuk. So for the Brookland-Cayce offense, those who did not see, in the 2nd inning, it was 3 up, 3 down. In the 3rd, started off with a ball where Medeiros got thrown at the plate. Preston Coggins had a sacrifice bunt. Kessner had the only hit. He's the leadoff man, and then there was a pop out from Bullis to the shortstop. Now McKinchuk fouls one off. It's 0-1 here. Dutch Fork, they plated 3. I'll quickly run through that I guess I'll run through that once we go to the break, just so we can get a easier sense. It's 0-1, 2 down, but Dutch Fork, none came across in the 2nd, and 3 came across in the 3rd. Next pitch, high over the head. And also, when all that was going down, I did have an update for tomorrow. Because tomorrow, so for those who do not know, the weather is not looking to be our friend. However, it's really supposed to stay in the morning. So the plan is, let's move the tarp over the field. It's supposed to stop around that mid-morning. And the simple plan for today, and I'll tell everyone, I'll say it again. This is from Coach Howard. I'll quote him. He said, "Tomorrow's forecast looks ugly. Ball 1 outside. It's now 2-1. But Coach Allen said we will put the tarp out tonight, so the schedule will be 5-inning games. The games can end in a tie. It's a big one right there. Run rule, 8 after 4. So if you're up by 8 after 4 innings, there's a run rule. Swing and a drive to the left side. Base hit. That's a 2-out single for McKinchuk, and there's a 2-out base runner aboard. But I'll continue. So games will start at 2 o'clock, so I want to say it was Dorman and River Bluff leading us off. They are the first game, followed by the next game, and then finishing it off will be Dutch Fork and Flora at 8 o'clock. That game might go 7. We'll see how long what Coach Howlett wants to do, considering that will be the nightcap and every single game will end at 8. He said guessing, of course, on exact start, it will be after each contest, so it's 30 minutes after the first game ends. So theoretically, if this game ended at 6:30, next game will begin at 7. So he asked us to share this on Definite Fiction, so I'm going to say it probably towards the end once we get some more people back in the stream. So yeah, apologies guys. That I think now that we're rocking and rolling, I think hopefully be back up. Yeah, we got 31 people back up, so apologize there. I'll probably say it again toward the end of this game, but again, so games tomorrow. They're gonna start at 2 o'clock. So if you're wondering where we are at around 10, don't be. We'll be here at 2 for the first game of the Forest Acres Classic on day 3. We'll roll right through them all, and we'll hopefully get through everything with some minimal damages. Again, the weather's supposed to be pretty bad tomorrow morning. We're hoping for the best, but well, we're putting precautionaries in case. For the nightcap, don't you worry. It's going to be Flora and Miller. That ball slicing to the right side in center field. Salters goes over. He'll make the catch in right center for out number 3, and the side is retired. So a 2-out base runner does not come to pass for the Bearcats. They leave one stranded, and they trail 6-0. Dutch Fork will come right back. However, for those who missed, I'm going to put some background music on. We're going to talk real quick about what happened with Dutch Fork and then potentially get into our sponsors here a little bit. So as I'm trying to figure out how to move across. All right, for Dutch Fork, so it was in the second, a single from Chandler Morton, but it was a 5-4-3 double play from Yarborough, then a hit by pitch to Rollison before Salter struck out to end the second. In the third, they were up by 3. It started off with a hit by pitch to Jarvis Jackson. Then it was a 2 fielder's choices, Offing and Phipps. Both had fielder's choices, so it was 2 down when all this happened. Phipps was on first. They walked Bickley. Eventually, Bickley and Phipps moved to second and third, where Townley hit him in with a 2 RBI single. From there was a single by Morton that brought in Alex Townley, and Brady Yarborough came across and ended the inning with a flyout. The 2 sponsors tonight, real quick, I'm going to run right through them. First one up is Richland 215, the Monarchs. That's what Coach Dorsey leads. It's a Legion team. You should play it because it's free and there's some great competition. Some of the best high school kids in the state, including some seniors who are graduating and looking to go out into the real world and play some college ball. Sorry, appreciate it. So I'm running through everything. Stream got down. Other sponsors, the Big Red Box Dumpster Company, also run by Chris Dorsey. It's a dumpster company. They'll bring the container to you, you fill it up, and they'll take it away. Great customer satisfaction. It's fast, it's easy, it's reliable, it's quick, and you'll love it. All right, those are our 2 sponsors. We're going to let Brookland-Cayce get ready to fielding. We'll come back here for the bottom of the 4th. Sorry for all the technical difficulties, but thanks for sticking with me all. We'll be right back here for day 2 of the Forest Acres Classic. Well, it was a short break, but we are back here in Forest Acres, bottom of the 4th. Talking about those run rules yesterday, I may as well just say them right now, even though it looks like we'll be all right here for at least a little bit. It is 15-3, so that means if Dutch Fork wanted to end it this half inning, they'd have to put up 9. Not likely, but what could be happening, which is why I'm saying it, at the end of 5, if you're up through 10, ball game over. So Dutch Fork would need 4 this inning and then a scoreless frame from the Bearcats to put this game away through 5. First pitch fouled off there. It's Matthew Rollison leading it off, the right-handed third baseman from the Dutch Fork Silver Foxes. Rollison was hit by a pitch and struck out in the game. I'm trying to currently get up to see. I don't think anyone came in the game for Dutch Fork, but I'm not sure exactly if they substituted anyone. It doesn't look like they did. So Rollison takes a ball 1. It's going to be a 1-1 count. Nobody down in the bottom of the 4th. Again, my voice, excuse me. I didn't, unfortunately, get what I needed yesterday. Ball slapped over to second. McKinchuck over there makes the play. Out number 1. And Rollison can't find a way to get a hit today.
Up next, number 8, Raleigh Salter.
So Raleigh Salter's a center fielder. He'll step into the right-handed batter's box. Salters, after it's been a hard time for Brookland-Cayce to get him out this year, he's 0 for 2 tonight with a ground out and a strikeout. Looking to try to get a hot bat here and maybe potentially put some more runs on and get another Dutch Fork threat, who are up 6-0 here against Brookland-Cayce. First pitch from the righty, it's still Sox on the mound, swing and a foul ball. So far, I'll rock and roll into Sox's line here tonight. I don't think there's been many errors this game, so should be a relatively clean thing for Sox. He's pitched through 3 innings, giving up 7 hits. That ball slapped over to the shortstop. Bullis has to make the play on the back, and it's a safe hit single. Salters beats it out in the infield. So one out base runner is on. So all 6 of the runs have been tagged to Brogan-Cayce. He has given up 7 hits so far today, struck out 3, and has walked 1 in 3 1/3 inning. Boone Miller so far has done 4 innings of work, given up 2 hits. He has struck out 4 and walked 2. So 1 on and 1 out here for the 4-hole hitter. Or the 4-hole hitter. There we go. That's going to be Jarvis Jackson. He drove in a run back in the first inning with a double, and he led off the first with a hit by pitch. However, it's not one he wants to remember. He was thrown out at second. First pitch in them, ball 1 here against Jarvis. Jarvis has the only extra base hit on the day. Runner takes off. Salters going down to second. Got the tag down from Bullis. He got him. Nice tag from Bullis. It was a high outside throw from Cox. Brings the ball down. Or Evan Smith. What am I saying? Cox. I mean, geez. I'm used to saying some basketball terminology after the Gamecocks made it all the way to the Final Four. But Brogan-Cayce was the pitcher. Evan Smith threw him out at second, and there's 2 down. Here, just like that, as the head coach, Coach Sharpie, coming out to talk, and it may be a pitching change here for the Bearcats. I mean, it'd be kind of weird, though. Well, I'm not sure why I keep saying the Gamecocks' name, but Sox throwing 1 down. It's 1-1 the count. All over the place still here, trying to figure some stuff out, making sure everything's all right, making sure I got all the stats correctly. Brogan-Cayce, he's trying to get through his 4th inning of work, and the runner thrown out at second's going to help him. So this was the same kind of story last year, or last night. Around this time, Brookland-Cayce was in trouble really much the whole night, but AC Flora just couldn't put him away, and they ended up not being run ruled. So far, I mean, this kind of feels the same way. There's a couple of runs here from the Silver Foxes, but it seems like they're having a hard time to making some noise. We'll see if that continues here. Jarvis, 1-1. Pitch inside fastball, caught the zone, strike 2. There's now 2 outs, nobody on here for Dutch Fork as the sun's starting to come down right in our faces. That ball softly hit over to Bullis at short. He'll play it on the hop. Throw it across the diamond. Jarvis is fast, but not fast enough. Nice stretch from Preston Coggins for the 3rd out, and that will retire the side. So, a nice little 3 up, 3 down after all the technical difficulties. Brookland-Cayce will come up to bat, tracing 5, going to the top of the 5th. Well, the Saviors come back, even though after all the trouble I caused him. Jeff Rose is back here. So we're set to begin the top of the 5th. Brookland-Cayce comes to bat, chasing 6 here. They're getting out hit 9-1 as Brogan-Cayce. I was? Well, I can't hear myself. Oh, now I can hear myself. See, this is why Jeff Rose comes and helps me out. I can't figure out all the headset stuff he has on. 1-0 coming home, swinging strike 1. Wow, didn't you miss me?
Yeah.
I mean, geez, this has been
It's
a
like
nightmare.
I just left.
It's been a nightmare. Of course, so apparently Ace had challenged you to basketball, and
Yeah. So he was like, wanted to play me in basketball, and so I left my phone inside and went out, beat him at basketball.
and then came back into this all nonsense.
Yeah, I was like, well, I came back in and the game was frozen on the screen. I was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, well, I was frozen, and then you saw my 20 texts saying, Jeff, help, Jeff, help, Jeff, please. I don't know what I'm doing. Help. I can't figure this out. Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah, so you think that it was like a big fail. This is only a minor fail because like the stream, the link stayed active.
I don't know how that's
Just,
active.
it just paused. Yeah, no.
Because I will say I was the one who definitely turned it off because I was trying to figure out how to do it because I thought someone had turned it off. Because what happened was, so I'll tell you, I guess that's true as well. Your computer came, you plug your computer, and it's about to come off. And I said, what the heck? Someone must have turned it off. So I turned it off, and then instinctively turned it off, and then everything went dark, and I'm like, I guess no one did turn it off, so why is the computer about to die? And your power cord came out from under the back.
Oh, yeah.
I plugged it back in. Bases or a full count walk there to Sox. He's the leading runner. But yeah, so that is the short and long of all what happened
Yeah.
when you were gone.
So much like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, don't panic and bring your towel.
I did not do either.
You didn't do either.
Yeah, I panicked as everyone probably saw me scrambling over here at the stadium.
Yeah.
They're like, what is this idiot doing over here? And then I did not have a towel. So I was sitting there holding my phone just waiting for you to call back, trying to I tried for a long time and eventually finally got the hotspot up.
If you haven't live streamed and failed, you haven't live streamed yet.
Fair enough.
I failed all kinds of ways.
First pitch, curveball does not find the zone here against Medeiros. Oh, man. So, but yeah, no. Dutch Fork up 6-0. Where they had a run get thrown out at second. I don't know if you watched that on the way over here. Down the third baseline, just foul. Rawlison lets it go. I don't know if you're tuning in now after everything that happened, but yeah, Dutch Fork played 6 in this game, and right now they're looking to go 5-0 here against Dutch Fork. Brookland-Cayce all season. Yeah.
So they've already played them 4 times.
So one of them I think was like a scrimmage-ish. So
okay. Kind of like us against
I don't
Chapin.
think I actually counted that like in my initial stats because it was like I think it was a scrimmage. But they played them 5 times this year and they beat them all 4. This is the 5th time they beat them all 4.
Has Dutch Fork played Chapin yet?
I think they lost to Chapin. Yeah, they lost to no, I don't think they have. Because Brookland-Cayce lost it. Brookland-Cayce lost to Chapin. Usually that'll be hit and run on. Out to Boykin Bickley's moving back toward the track. Makes the play. And now the runner got caught off base. Sox thought it wasn't caught. He's had to make the long run back to first. And it's not in time. So the always fun to watch 7-3 double play. And there's now quickly 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. Don't you see that every day, Jeff?
Now batting number 16.
I was looking down.
The 7-3 double play.
7-3 double play?
Yeah, the left fielder who caught the ball at the wall. Yeah. Brogan-Cayce was not aware that he dropped it. So that quickly 2 gone here for the 9-hole Preston Coggins. Righty on righty here as he swings through a strike. It's 0-1. Boone Miller, he's been solid so far today. Is now on 4 2/3 innings. No earned runs, only 2 hits and 4 strikeouts for Boone. Right down Broadway for strike 2 in the junior. Head 0-2 against Coggins. Lineup will turn over after Preston. The 0-2 curveball stays outside. Nice eye there for Preston. It's ball 1.
I'm not sure why I'm looking at max preps for baseball scores.
I don't know.
So
wasn't smart.
Incomplete.
Max Preps is one of the. It's good for football. It's bad for pretty much everything else. 1-2 coming home, swinging strike 3, and that will do it. Side retired. Boone Miller has 5 on the day, and Dutch Fork leads by 6. They need 4 to end it in the bottom of the 5th. We'll see if their offense can muster it. But I'm gonna put some background music on, and we're gonna talk about our sponsors. We're gonna first talk about since I missed them all, the Big Red Box Dumpster Company. They're a dumpster and container company where they'll bring the dumpster to you. You fill up the container, and then they'll take it back. It's that easy, quick and simple. They're reliable. They're great customer satisfaction rating. Just call them at the number on screen, 803-783-6834, or look them up at www.bigredboxdumpstercompany.com to schedule an appointment with Chris Dorsey and the Big Red Box Dumpster Company. The other thing they do, though, the Richland 215. They're an American Legion team. They embalm at the handle at Monarchs 803. Why should you follow them? Well, it's a great idea for some elite high school baseball and or college. So recent high school graduates who are about to go play college, they play Legion as well as some of the elite high school talent around the state. For Dutch Fork, Landon Call played Legion for you guys, and then Brookland-Cayce, I'm not exactly sure who it was, but I remember there was a couple BC players. I think Etheridge was out there, former BC player that's now playing for River Bluff. So yeah, some elite talent. You should go out. You should all play. It's a lot of fun. Great talent. It's a free way to spend your summer and get better at baseball as you head towards the collegiate level. Well, quickly as ever, it always amazes me how well that lines up. We're going to move into the bottom of the 5th, where Dutch Fork has up in the order 5, 6, and 7. Leading off is Ethan Offing. Offing. He reached back on a fielder's choice back in the 3rd. It was hit by a pitch in the 1st, where he came around and scored one of the 6 Silver Fox runs. The right-hander, Brogan-Cayce, back on the mound. Offing, hard hit into center field. Going back to his left is Plain. Looking up, that ball is just short of the wall. It one-hops it. Offing on his horse to second. He will stand in with a leadoff double. 1 pitch, 1 double, and Dutch Fork starts to threaten again here in the 5th.
Yeah, so Dutch Fork and Chapin have a 3-game series next week.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Jeff was asking because we actually lost 2 games to Chapin.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see how good they seem like they're a really good team this year.
Yeah, this Dutch Fork team looking good. They have a lot of good talent between the old and the young. Had probably the 2nd game of the tournament. It was the game of the tournament coming into today, playing Miller. But yeah, quick update for tomorrow. Again, for those who were not here when I restarted the stream. Tomorrow, games are going to start at 2 o'clock. They're going to be 5-inning games, and they can tie. So if you see a game end of the tie, you'll know why. Curveball in there against Rollison, strike 1. So games can end in a tie. Run rule is 8 after 4. And the next game will start 30 minutes after the first one finishes. So that will, theoretically, games will start at around 2, 4, 6, and 8. Ball 1 to Rollison. And we will roll from there. I don't know if Coach Hallett may make the last game 7. I doubt it will, since, every other game will be 5 innings that day. But he still could, because, the game would usually theoretically start at 8.
Yeah, no, the problem, though, is if there's a tie, there's a fewest runs given up rule.
Okay,
and
that's
so
what it is.
you kind of want everyone to have the same number of innings.
That makes sense. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I thought that was a run differential, not fewest runs given up.
Mm-mm.
Well, now 2-1 here against Rollison, who battles back and goes ahead of the count. He's got a base runner over there on second as he watches the curveball stay up around the letters for ball 3. So I thought the
yeah, if it's run differential, then yeah, it's all relative. To the innings don't really matter. But fewest runs given up is the tiebreaker.
Which makes it a lot more important that you don't play 5 innings.
Yeah. In fact, we a couple years ago, we advanced the championship game against River Bluff ahead of Dutch Fork because of that.
Ooh, high fly ball from Rollison, but this one he got under it. Long run from the left fielder. Kessner has room in the foul ground. He'll make the play for out number 1. Or not a high fly ball from Phipps, not Rollison. Keep mixing up Matthew's name, my bad.
Now batting number 1, Brookland-Cayce.
Well, it's 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Now Boykin Bickley, he'll come back up, trying to put that runner in from second home from Dutch Fork. It's Offing over there on second. Bickley reached base twice has come around and scored. He was left stranded back in the 1st, and he scored in the 3rd. He watches the curveball paint the inside part of that zone for strike 1. Looking at the RBI double back in the 1st, and he walked and then came around to score one of the 6 runs for Dutch Fork in the third. It's been a busy day for the left fielder. Oh, I can hear myself. Nice.
Yeah, I got to turn off the volume.
And my voice still sounds awful, so hopefully some more rest will give it some help. That ball, curveball over the head of Boykin. He ducks out of harm's way, and the count will go to 1-1. Boykin Bickley yesterday having a much better day today, but he was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Again, 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. That's exactly up his alley. 1-1 pitch, swinging strike 2. Cox do a changeup, fooled Bickley. And Brogan's looking for another strikeout here, strikeout number 4. This is Brogan's 5th start. He usually goes around 4 and some change in innings. With how this tournament's set up, he's working into his 5th right now as he looks back the runner at second. There's no movement in the Bearcat bullpen and or the Dutch Fork bullpen. Or actually, there is someone throwing, excuse me, the catcher was hit by some fans. So we'll see how long Boone will go, but it looks like it's Sox's game till then. Ball roped into left field, base hit, knocks it in front of Kestner. Throws it on the hop, he'll throw it on a line home. Ethan Smith has to come off his line. It's an RBI double for the second time tonight from Boykin Bickley. Or no, it's, excuse me, an RBI. He had a single, not a double back in the first, but he has a double now. And coming around to score is offing, so it's a 7-0 Dutch Fork lead.
Now batting number 15, Alex Townley.
Well, 1 out, 1 on, just replacing the runner with offing to Bickley. Now for Alex Townley, he's part of the all-academic team here in the Forest Acres Classic field. Townley didn't play yesterday, but got the start today. First pitch to him, it's a lefty on righty, right into center field. Plane moving to his right, coming in. That drops in between the shortstop and the center fielder. Base hit. Bickley will chase around third. He will score the 8th run of the game for the Silver Foxes. They're looking to run rule here, and they will gladly take one more. So Sox giving up 2 runs here and 2 more hits on his resume. And that may be all for Brogan, as they're going to call for someone. And even though no one's in the bullpen, they're going to bring in the left fielder, Brandon Kestner, to come in and pitch. Sox still has a man on base, so his final line's not done, but he ends up pitching 4 1/3 inning in this outing today. He has 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit by pitch. Again, there's 1 more run left to his name, so we'll see if that one crosses, but we'll tell you all about Kestner. We're back here on Definite Fiction momentarily. Welcome back here to game number 3 of day 2 in the Forest Acres Classic. New pitcher Brandon Kessner. I keep doing that to myself. Brandon Kessner, the right-handed pitcher's going to be on the mound. He comes in from left field. That will put Coggins back in left, and the pitcher, Brogan Sox, he'll slide over to first. First pitch from the right-hander to Candler Morton is low for ball 1, and that's how Kessner starts his second outing of the season for the Bearcat. Morton is yet to pitch, or not Morton, Kessner is yet to pitch against these Dutch Fork Silver Foxes. He has one appearance, and he pitched 3 innings, that ball outside for ball 2. He has one appearance this year at 3 innings pitched, but gave up no earned runs. It was a solid outing for Kessner, the junior. Now trying to look to keep this game at 8 and get them another inning. He'll throw back to first, though, where the runner Townley sits. He slides back in safely. Townley has a single stolen base on the year on 1 attempt, so we'll see if he tries to move with 1 down in the top or the bottom of the 5th. Candler Morton went 0 for 3 yesterday. Well, he's a solid 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Next pitch to him, catching some dirt. It's now 3-0 against Morton. Is to note, Kessner coming in from left is cold. I did not see him throwing in any bullpen. 3-0. Kessner high curveball, loses the grip and walks Morton on 4 straight. So the winning run for Dutch Fork is now at first base.
Now batting number 3, Brady Yarborough.
So Brady Yarborough, the leadoff hitter for the Silver Foxes, comes up. He is 1 for 3 today with a single where he came around and scored in the first. He grounded into the 5-4-3 double play in the second and flew out to end the third. He had an inning off in the 4th, so we'll see if he can come and deliver in the 5th. That winning run for Dutch Fork is on first, which would end the game right here and now with a run rule. And as Jeff just previously said, will give a massive boost at Dutch Fork's chances if AC Flora can win tonight, because they would have given up 0 runs against these Bearcats and 4 against Miller. Before we get there, though, Kessner will look back that man on second, who's still tied to Sox, so Sox is yet to have a final line. But Kessner, that runner on first, is to him. He comes home. The curveball catches the outside part of the zone against the righty. Strike 1. That's Kessner's first strike he's thrown today. It's a beautiful curveball, and Yarborough had to let one go by. 0-1 coming home. That curveball, he's in front of it, up into center field. Bennett playing the long run. Combs trying to scoop it. He can't make the play. That ball drops. Bullis is going to keep it in and smartly just run that one in. The shortstop picked it up. That's not the 3rd time Dutch Fork has done that today. Just found the soft spot in the zone. And they got it to work.
24, Matthew Rollison.
Bases are juiced now for Matthew Rollison. And we saw Rollison sky one to left and put it over this fence for a homer. If he does that here, ball game over for the Silver Foxes, and they pick up win number 5 against Brookland-Cayce. Dutch Fork before yesterday has won 5 straight. They had their day ended. That ball down the line, just foul. That one, if it stayed fair, would have ended the game. That wind is coming down now in from left field. Something to note here if the ball Rollison hits. It wasn't there on the couple of previously fly balls, but it's been coming there now. Again, don't go anywhere after this game. Final game of the night, Miller and AC Flora. And if you're a Dutch Fork fan, you want to stick around, because if you win this game, you're a big Falcon fan tonight. Rollison skies one, but not in the way he wanted to. That ball right in the infield. The shortstop Bullis calls everyone off and makes the play just short of the outfield grass for out number 2.
Now batting number 8, Raleigh Salters.
Well, there's a way out of this inning here for Kessner, but it goes through Raleigh Salters. There's 2 down, but the bases are still juiced for the dangerous sophomore, who is the 8th man to come up in the inning. Salters has a single last inning before he was caught at stealing. He also struck out and grounded out in the game, something Salters is not accustomed to here against the Bearcats. First pitch to him, curveball right down Broadway for strike 1. Salters just watched it without moving a muscle. And that runner at second will end this game in a run rule. Kessner trying not to let it happen. That ball sails to the backstop, coming right back to Evan Smith. or Ethan Smith. Jeez, I got that wrong so many times. Thought I got it right this time, but continue to mess up. Got lucky. That keeps that 9th runner of the game at third. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but if the curveball just hit exactly the way you wanted it to and hit the backstop, came right back, and Ethan was able to just scoop it up and make sure no advancement there from the third base runner to Elnley. It's a big lead over at second. Kestner goes home. Ball 2 high. Chandler Morden is halfway, or not halfway, but a third of the way down the line. Kestner could, and theoretically, there's no one covering. That's probably why his lead's so big. But if he just threw it over, it could end. But Morden is the winning run here for Dutch Fork. Not covering any bags, so all the leaders, or the base runners, get a big lead. 2-1 coming home, curveball just inside. A beautiful break there from Kestner. Moves to 3-1. You do not want to walk in a run. There is some action in the BC bullpen. That's Connor Ergel warming up. The right-hander, excuse me, not the southpaw. Now Kestner looks back more than the second, who has to scurry back to the bag. I don't know if this game will get long enough for Ergel to play. At the 3-1, though, Raleigh fouls that one back, and it's full count. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th.
Most exciting play in baseball right here.
You're going to get to have the merry-go-round, as I love them calling. Is in order. Runners at every bag will be moving. 3-2, 2 outs. Kestner, no reason to look anyone back. And he will dig home. That pitch hits Salters. Well, that's one way to get home a run. Salters will take the RBI hit by pitch, and the winning run moves 90 feet away at third.
Up next, number 6, Jarvis Jackson.
So Jarvis Jackson will be the last batter of the inning pretty much no matter what. Jarvis Jackson gets on base, game over. If he doesn't, we're going to the 6th. Simple as that. It's a 9-0 lead for Dutch Fork. They're out hitting the Bearcats 13-1, 1 error apiece. As Dutch Fork is in line for the 5th win of the season over Brookland-Cayce, and hopefully the last. I doubt these teams will play each other again. Kestner will deal home. Dirt ball in the dirt, swinging strike 1. Jackson was fooled. That first pitch, the first time they saw that curveball, it's not fast, but it gets every single Dutch Fork hitter. The first 2, Rollison and Salters watched it go by. That time Jackson swung over it. Now Kestner will look back at third, fake the throw, and everyone scurries back to their bags. As the Dutch Fork fans yell back, and the crowd. The Miller School is here in full force. They're getting ready to go toward the batting cages over there. AC Florida is still not shown up as a team. They may be in their dugout. Or their,
batting cage, probably.
I was thinking, not thinking dugout, or
the
locker
clubhouse.
Room. Thank you. Clubhouse, locker room, whatever it is.
It's a clubhouse in baseball.
I still like locker room. That ball was outside, so it's 1-1 here against Jackson. Jackson has reached 2 out of the 4 times, he's reached 2 out of the 3 times he's been up. I was right. That ball low in the dirt. Ball 2. So Jarvis, he's doubled back in the 2nd RBI, double at that. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd and grounded out to end the 4th. He's now the, again, 9th and final batter to come up here in this inning. No matter what happens, we are done with the inning with Jarvis. Kestner will come home, the 2-1. The pitch is high, ball 3. Rather not have this game end in a walk, but Kestner is 1 strike away from letting that happen. Tomorrow, Brookland-Cayce will play Miller. Dutch Fork will play our AC Florida Falcons in the nightcap. 3-1 coming home. Kestner puts one across the plate. It's strike 2, and Jarvis had a second to hold that bat back, instead decides to toss it nonetheless, and we'll do the full count. 3-2, 2 outs. Bases are juiced for the cleanup hitter. This pitch will decide the game, barring a foul. Here we go, the pitch, grounded over to short. Bullis gonna have to come in, he plays it on a hop. Jarvis is fast, the throw to first, dug out by Sox, and will continue to play some baseball. Kestner loaded the count and got Jarvis out on a ground out. It's a 9-0 lead as Dutch Fork has done the 3-0, 3-0, 3 trend throughout this game. They lead at 9-0 going to the 6th. Brookland-Cayce hanging around. So we move into the top of the 6th. A new pitcher on the mound for the Silver Foxes. That is Raleigh Salters. Salters only has 1 appearance this year, so as I said yesterday, I said it a lot. Pitching is an issue in this tournament with 4 straight games. So the Silver Foxes bring in someone who they don't have as much experience as pretty much every other pitcher that's pitched today except Kessner. Kessner has more innings. Salters, this will be his 2nd appearance of the year. First one was an inning pitch. He gave up 1 earned run, struck out 1, and walked 1. So the starting pitches, both of our nights are done. Boone Miller goes 5 innings, no earned runs off 2 hits, 5 strikeouts and 2 walks. The first pitch is skied to the right side. Ethan Offing will make the play at second as his hat blows back for out number 1 against Brandon Kessner, who led off. I don't know why I keep saying Brendan. Wind coming in pretty strong now. Looks like from right field to the left. Rylan Bullis will come back up. He's 0 for 2 tonight, or 0 for 1 with a pop out and a walk. But Dutch fork now, the Brogan Sox last run. Brogan gave up all 9 runs off of 10 hits. Bullis will hit that one foul down the left side. Everyone's covering up from Brookland-Cayce. It's nobody. So Brogan went for 1/3 inning, gave up 9 runs off of 10 hits, struck out 3, walked 1, and hit a batter. So both teams will move into their bullpen, and Rylan Bullis will be the second person that Salters will face. 0-1 coming home, curveball, strike 2. Salters is ahead, the sophomore on freshman battle. Righty on a righty, coming home, big pitch. No, it's actually a lefty. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm all over the place. He throws one low, ball 1. Salters is the first southpaw this game has seen. I don't know why I said a lefty. All right, I said righty. 1-2 coming home. Burles golfs that one foul down the left field line, out of play. Looks like Bullis didn't need to get that one, but he just kind of picked it off the ground and put it into the forestry. Another ball for some of the animals down in Forest Acres, who I'm sure are used to it. That ball is low, ball 2. And Bullis is battling here against Salters. Well, since Salters came in from center, Boykin Bickley from the left fielder moved into center as Bullis now puts one in the left field. Pelham, the new left fielder, can't make the reach. That was down the left field line. Bullis will be standing in with a double as his hair flows in the wind. And a 1-out base runner there from Bullis, the first hit allowed by Salters tonight. Good piece of hitting there from Rylan. The kid was battling. He battled back from 0-2 to put the count even. And doubles down the left field line. There's now a runner aboard. Brookland-Cayce looking for their first run in this tournament. Pitch hitting is John Weed. He pitches for Bennett Plain. So umpires taking his sweet old time. Well, we'll tell you about Mr. Weed. John went 0 for 2 yesterday and decreased his batting total to a 1 hit over 19 attempts. He's looking for number 2 off of Raleigh right here.
Two for 20 would be twice as good as 1 for 20.
Correct.
I'm good at math.
First pitch to him, outside ball 1. See, this is why we keep you around, Jeff. We need you, we need those comments. As you're playing Sudoku over there.
Yeah, I'm a good mather.
Good mather. You're also really good at technical wise.
Yeah.
Well, again, join us tomorrow for some good days of baseball. It'll be kind of ugly in the morning, but tomorrow afternoon should be beautiful enough to play some of the best sport in the spring.
Best sport in the spring?
Yeah.
Second best?
Best. I don't see I don't see a Columbia renowned tournament being played for lacrosse, eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We could play lacrosse in the morning.
I mean, yeah. But are you outside ball 2? Are you gonna play lacrosse in the morning?
No, but we could.
You could, but you're not. You don't. Again, if it was such a good sport, you should just make a tournament for it. Have like some of the best lacrosse teams come around and play. No comment from Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's back to back.
It's 2-1, but I could be wrong. Oh, it's 1-2. I am wrong. That ball inside, and it gets away from the catcher, Jarvis Jackson. First run of the game for the Bearcats moves 90 feet away, and now it is 2-2. So did you see that Iowa and LSU was the most watched women's basketball game of all time?
Oh, really?
Yeah, over 12 million viewers.
Even more than Florida Keenan last year?
Unfortunately,
Indefinite
yes.
fiction?
Unfortunately, yes.
Huh.
Two
Well,
and
that's
two,
weird.
one gone. The southpaw will deal home, low and away, ball 3, filler up. Unfortunately, Jeff, a Iowa game with Caitlin Clark and an LSU game with Angel Reese, even though as much of us probably don't like Reese, especially around the Midlands, us being South Carolina fans, does draw more than a Keenan AC Florida basketball
Yeah.
game. That ball beaten into the ground, left side, it will go foul, and the first run for Brookland-Cayce will not come yet.
But it's just because she's on LSU. She'd be an amazing Gamecock.
I don't know, she's kind of a little arrogant. I'm not a big fan of the waving goodbye to someone and as they foul out in potentially their final game ever, but that's just me.
Yeah, but I mean, Dunn Staley wouldn't allow that.
Correct. Well,
She
correct.
would be an amazing Gamecock.
Well, I mean, doing that defense, Antonio Brown's an amazing stealer, but I'm going to call Antonio Brown an amazing person. That ball skips in the dirt, ball 4, and a nice bat from John Weed. He'll reach the hard way. He battled back from 1 and 2. And Guts on first with 1 down.
Well, Antonio Brown was a great stealer until
He left.
Burfict tried to take his head off.
He was fine on Pittsburgh. He was just a prima donna, and now he's just crazy.
Yeah,
Now batting
but that
number
was
1,
post-concussion.
Austin Rodas.
Huh?
That's post-concussion.
He was fine, so he got CTE is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I will say his
I mean,
Twitter follow. I mean, I don't know if you follow him on Twitter, but it is hilarious. This guy is unfiltered. If you're, it is rated R, I will say. So,
Yeah.
Kids, if you are under the age of 18, do not.
Yeah, don't like and subscribe.
No, do not like and subscribe. Not for AB. Follow here. Runner goes. That ball fouled back. No movement from Wee. You'll have to make the long jog back to first.
Definite Fiction is friendly for all ages, though.
Correct.
So feel free to like and subscribe.
Correct. Even though we do say the Gamecocks a couple times around here.
Yeah, go Gamecocks.
Go Gamecocks.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You don't have to like and subscribe if you're a Clemson fan. No,
Correct.
just kidding.
Oh, and one down. Runners at the corners. John Weed, saw him go last time. He does have a stolen base, and the lefty on the mound will throw back to first. It's so much more dangerous for the lefty on the mound, but in turn it makes it a double-edged sword because Bullis on that third base can get around halfway down the line. Rollison's not holding him over there. Salters looks back first. He'll go home against the right-handed Rodas and throw one high for ball 1.
Hey, check out this awesome brown paper bag drawing I did. Plankton.
When was that? Today?
That was like 4 years ago. When was that?
What were you doing? Why were you?
Oh, geez, that was 5 years ago today.
Oh, wow. that's
Just
why I
for the
kept it.
boys. For their lunch bags, I would draw
Of course you would.
color pencil drawings on there. I've done a few since, a few in the last 3 months, 4 months.
Are you a good drawer?
That
was good.
All right. Yeah, that was pretty good.
How long did it take you?
Plankton, probably about an hour.
Not bad, actually.
No, there was one that
2
took
and
about
1,
3
squared the
hours.
bunt. Runner goes. That ball down the third base line. Rollison will have to go to first with it. He'll make the throw for out number 2. Bulls couldn't move over, but Weed does. So the sacrifice bunt does work, and we're 2 down here. It's only 2 down. Well, so wait, what were you doing in the morning when you were waiting? What were you doing in the mornings when you had an hour to kill?
Yeah, I was doing that at night.
I'll do it.
For
you're
the
editing?
most part, yeah. Well, it was before I was editing. This is before I was super doing live streaming.
You're now super doing live streaming.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you're doing the whole Forest Acres Classic.
See, Baby Groot.
That's super.
It's pretty fantastic, right?
So this is what you're doing free time before Definite Fiction. Ball roped to the left side, base hit through the hole. Bullis will score.
no.
They're gonna wade the man. The ball gets by the left fielder, Pelham, the new left fielder. It'll be a single with an error, and 2 runs come across. Brookland-Cayce strikes, and they cut the deficit to 9-2.
Dutch Fork trying to hook us up. Fewest runs given.
I know that actually helps us a lot.
Yeah, it matches the 2 runs we gave up to Brookland-Cayce.
It does very much so. You are so right, Jeff. I mean, what else do you really say there? But I mean, yeah. It's that's a big spot for us in the runs scored category. Now, Barn, we have to win tonight for it to matter.
Yeah.
But we have both now given up 2 runs against Brookland-Cayce. They have 4 against Miller. We'll see what we do. First pitch, a little high up around the letters for ball 1 against Ethan Smith. Well, that was for Austin Rodas, he's been nice at the plate, but he doubled his RBI intake right there. That ball slicing down foul. Rodas had 2 RBIs going into that at bat. He now has 4.
Oh, no.
That's a double as good as 2, Jeff.
Batter got something in his eye.
Oh, that's not good. 4 is twice as good as 2.
4 is, yeah.
And I knew you'd get that joke because you're a good math guy.
I was explaining to the stream that that like a 2-2 count, like even say even at 2.
Yeah.
But it's not even. Because no, a 2-2 count is a pitcher advantage.
That is true.
You know.
It is, technically, you're not wrong.
I know. It's like baseball where 2 does not equal 2.
Is that how you're filling time with me without me this morning?
Yeah. Hey, did you hear when I wait, did I bring this up already? The Reynolds
No.
play call that I did earlier?
Unfortunately, I couldn't listen during class, but I did have.
Okay. I only did it because I thought you might be listening.
What did you do?
Reynolds wraps it into right field.
I like the wraps.
Reynolds wrap.
Reynolds wraps. You did.
No, but like the product, the Reynolds. You don't cook. You don't cook or
No,
anything.
No, I don't. My bad.
There's a thing called Reynolds wrap.
Okay. Yeah,
cellophane.
He's still thinking back to when one of our players named Palmer Mood, and when he scored, I said Palmer's in a mood, and Jeff was like, you looked at me right away. I said, "You've been waiting on that for a while, haven't you?" I haven't done it since because I did not want to get that comment. 3-1 coming home. Ethan lets one go. Ball 4. He can't believe it, but runners at first and second, 2
I guess.
Hey, it'd be really nice if Brookland-Cayce for AC Floor can score some more, and it's also nice for some Bearcats in case they want to make some noise here late in this game. So, I'm trying to think. You were using some good terminology when I was listening. When I was listening, I was listening to more at the end of the first game with Dorman and Oceanside when I was doing stats when I was just doing stats for tomorrow. I've already done all the stats for these games, but I didn't update them last night for like Dorman and Oceanside because there's no reason to.
Yeah.
Because I was already tired. Way outside ball 1 here against the pitcher the former pitcher of Broken Sox. Jeez, I keep doing that. I don't know why. I don't get what I'm doing, but I keep doing it. So, but yeah, no, I didn't update it for Ocean. I didn't update it for like any of the other brackets, so I was doing that earlier this morning. While I was between classes waiting. I had an unusually long time as now Jarvis Jackson going to talk to his pitcher. I had an unusually long time though, as I told Jeff. I said one of my classes got 30 minutes early, but I had a class at 3, so I couldn't exactly leave to come here. To much my dismay, of course, that was right when the River Bluff Airport game started, so I was very upset as I was eating my Beezers. For those who are aware in the Columbia area, go there. If you're not, go there.
Wait, Beezers?
Yeah. Beezers is phenomenal. One of the best sub places in Columbia. And luckily, it's like right outside of campus. Or technically is it on campus or is it outside of campus?
It's on campus.
Okay, it's on campus.
It's next to the International Student Building.
Correct. It's a little down the road.
It's still the International Student Building, right? That big green building across from the Horseshoe.
Potentially. I mean, obviously, I'm from Greenville, South Carolina. I don't want to exactly go there or look at it. It's 3-0 against Sox. That ball was right down Broadway, strike 1.
Being from Greenville almost makes you a foreigner.
Almost?
Almost.
I mean, yeah, it's a whole hour and a half up the road.
Yeah.
For those who are joining us from Charlotte. It's a long hike to get back here. 3-1 from the southpaw. He throws a fastball by Sox, and it's 3-2 with 2 down. So Salter's trying to get out of trouble. He's given up 2 runs now. I'm not sure if they're going to rule the second one as an error run. I'll have to look that up during the break. But 2 have come across for the Bearcats. Full count, runners go. Swinging strike 3. Salters gets out of the jam and grabs his first strikeout at that. Well, the Bearcats plate 2 in the 6th, but next run is still 7. Dutch Fork will need 3 here to finish this game off with a run rule. But before we do that, Jeff, I think we got some business to take care of, don't you think?
Yeah, let's do this.
We got some business. You want to take over one, or you want me to do them?
Nah, you got it.
Oh, thanks.
I did a bunch earlier today.
That's fair. I did them all yesterday. Well, we'll start with the other one. The Richland 215, they're an American Legion team. What's Legion ball? Well, it's a nice free way. As I said, free way to play some baseball this summer. Get some high competition. Some of the best college or high school graduates going to play college play Legion, as well as some of the best high school prospects in the state. We're coming back for another year. That is the best competition. It's a free baseball, and it's all around the state. Just hit that QR code right there, take a photo with it, scan it. You can go sign up for your post too. It's also in Virginia. Dutch Fork, you had some players like Kevin Samansky play last year, and so did Brookland-Cayce as well. Legion ball, a lot of fun, and it is a gorgeous game. Beautiful game. I had the honor of calling that this summer. We'll move from Legion to a dumpster company. I know, what a transition. Big Red Box Dumpster Company is the other sponsor here on Definite Fiction for the FAC. Big Red Box Dumpster Company, they're a dumpster and container company. So simple, it's so easy. You sign up, they'll bring the dumpster to you. You fill it up, and they'll take it away for you. How about that? It's quick, it's easy, and it is great. You're great with customers, great customer review. Sign up for the Big Red Box Dumpster Company and hit them at the number 803-783-6834 or sign up at www.bigredboxdumpstercompany.com. And we'll be right back here for the bottom of the sixth. Brookland-Cayce trying to stave off a run roll. All right, the wind is howling in. Here as the sun starts to set across Forest Acres. It's the bottom of the sixth inning. Dutch Fork needs 3 runs to end it, or just like we did with Florida yesterday, we're playing 7. Leading it off after they batted around last time, it's Ethan Offing. Offing started the inning for the Silver Foxes with a double. He eventually came home and scored one of the 9 runs Dutch Fork has. Right now, the home plate umpire's talking to Ethan Smith behind the dish. Not sure what's going on over there.
He had something in his eye during his at-bat.
Maybe that's still something over there?
Something else. He got back towards home plate. It's just something waiting for him at home plate.
Not good. Well, Brandon Kastner comes back on the mound, working in another inning of relief. He bounces one in there for ball 1, and we are underway in the bottom of the sixth.
Unfortunately, as a baseball player, you're your own worst enemy when you try to use your fingers to get something out of your eye.
Correct. You know, because you're kicking up dirt, you're kicking up grass. Oh, hot shot to left field, going back, looking up. Coggins in, gone over the fence. Ethan Offing, how about those apples? He gets one back for the Silver Foxes. A nice hit ball to left that just cleared the fence. And Offing around the bases for the first time this year.
Home run number 4, Ethan Offing.
And Offing came in tonight with no homers on this season. He puts one as he gets the silent treatment going back in the dugout before they all congratulate Offing. I'm not exactly sure if it's his first collegiate home run.
It's not his first collegiate home run.
I don't think it was.
Collegiate?
Or, well,
high school?
Whatever it is. You know what I meant. Well, nobody gone. 10-2 lead here for the Silver Foxes. Now Hunter Phipps up to the dish. The right-hander watches the curveball hit the dirt. 4-1. So Offing, that was his first home run. This man would love a home run himself. He was great on the mound yesterday for Dutch Fork. Trying to be great at the plate. However, so far this year's not went along with his mojo. He's only 6 for 33 coming into the night as he watches ball 2 hit the dirt. Hunter has one hit. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the 3rd and fouled out in the 5th. He's ahead on the right-hander, 2-0 as that ball kicks up halfway up the netting. And it's now 3-0 for the College of Charleston commit. The winning run for Dutch Fork then momentarily now will move to the on-deck circle. It's Boykin Bickley in that spot now. It's a 3-0 pitch coming on from Kestner. Watches strike 1 get the outside part of the zone. Hunter is one of these seniors on this Dutch Fork team. What makes them one of the best teams in this tournament? They have a great mix of old and young. Hunter is one of the senior leaders as he watches ball 4 hit the dirt. And it's a 5-pitch walk for Phipps and puts the the winning run at the dish.
Is this a new batter? I'm
No,
just
but
wondering why
it's
the coach is coming to say hey.
maybe a new pitcher.
Oh,
Pitch up here,
there's
courtesy
a
runner.
pinch runner. Or courtesy.
Yeah, we'll have to see who that is. Unfortunately, the sun's right in my eyes, so I'm unable to see that number. But then we'll do it for Brandon Kessner. He only gets through an inning, or actually a full inning. No, not even an inning, over 2/3 of an inning. See, I'm losing it all over here. New pitcher, it's going to be Connor Ergel for the Bearcats. We'll talk about him when we come back on Definite Fiction. I'm trying to stave off a run roll here in 6. Welcome back to AC Flora High School here at Falcon Field. New pitcher for the Brookland-Cayce Bearcats, it's Connor Ergel. So the line for Kessner, he pitched 2/3 innings, giving up 1 run, but that runner on first is attached to him, so not exactly sure what's going to happen with it. He also has 1 hit and 2 walks without recording a strikeout. Ergel will be the last pitcher maybe of the day for Brookland-Cayce, barring they avoid the run rule and get 8 in the 7th. First pitch to Boykin Bickley's right down Broadway, and we are back here playing some baseball. Ergel has had 1 appearance this year. He's thrown 2 innings and gave up 3 runs. The 0-1 comes home high and inside against the right-handed Boykin Bickley. It's ball 1. Well, the winning run for Dutch Fork is at the plate in the form of Boykin Bickley, the left fielder. That pitch hard around over to third. Got it on the hop. Nice play from Medeiros. On to second for 1. To first. He beats it out. Boykin shows off the speed. But there is 1 gone in the bottom of the 6th. Boykin just will replace Phipps on first.
15, Alex Townley.
So Alex Townley, he'll dig in here and get his first cracks at Connor Ergel. So he now, Townley, is the form of the winning run here for Dutch Fork, looking for their 5th win against Brookland-Cayce. Strike, Lutter goes to second, throw down, not in time. It was a good throw from Smith, just a tad late. And Boykin Bickley has his 7th stolen base of the season for Dutch Fork, a team leading 7th, I might add. Townley at the dish. He's reached base twice off 2 singles, and he's also struck out looking. It's lefty on righty, lefty at the dish. 0-1 coming home. That curveball just graces the dirt for ball 1. That winning run is Alex Townley at the plate. Such a low stance from Townley. Looking to go 3 for 4 this evening. Maybe even end the game. Townley yet to have a home run. And for that matter, coming into the night, he's yet to record an RBI. That did change, though. He has 3 this evening. Ergo, he'll wind, he'll deal home. The pitch, low, ball 2. Ergo is the junior from Brookland-Cayce. He did not appear in any games last year for the Bearcats. He's now a massive part of this team. He got the start yesterday. The 2-1 swinging strike 2. Townley couldn't catch up to it. Ergo got the start at first base, only recorded a hit. Only recorded 1 at bat. He went 0 for 1, and now his line sits at .250 batting average this year for the Bearcats. He's ahead of Townley, though, 2-2 on the mound with 1 out. He'll come home, swinging strike 3, and that will get Townley. Bearcats are 1 out away from playing into their 7th inning for the 2nd straight night.
Up next, number 5, Chandler Morton.
Feels like the Bearcats have been fighting this whole tournament. Right now, they're trying to continue. The winning run now for Dutch Fork is the right-handed right fielder, Chandler Morton. Bickley still standing at second. Again, he has now 7 stolen bases. See if he tries to go. Before we did anything, though, Morton will call time. Morton has reached base all 3 times tonight, 2 singles and a walk. But he's been stranded all 3 times, and he's not come home to score 1 of the 10 Silver Fox runs today. A righty-on-righty matchup here in the 6th. Ergo will come home. The curveball hits the dirt. Nice play from Smith behind the plate to keep it in front. If it gets past Morton, it's the top of the order. On deck is the starting shortstop, Brady Yarborough. Dutch Fork Silver Foxes have not went to their bench at all today, except Alex Pelham, who's now in the game. 1-0 coming in. The pitch, low in the dirt, ball 2. Pelham came in for Boone Miller. However, he's not hitting simply because Hunter Phipps has been DHing for Boone and now Pelham this whole game. So 2-0 here. Righty on righty. The righty deals. That ball slices. Foul ball. Will reach out of play territory. Well, Candler came into the night hitting .222 with a .300 on base percentage. That will most likely get raised when I do my stat corrections tomorrow. 300 means he gets on base 30% of the time. So junior on junior battle here. The 2-1 coming home. That ball's grounded over to the shortstop, Bullis. He fields it on the low hop and will flip it over to first. And throws a strike for out number 3. And for the 2nd time tonight, Brookland-Cayce, even though they're trailing by a lot, make it to the 7th inning. And they will try to play 8 across to keep this game going. We'll be right back here on Definite Fiction for the last inning. Don't go anywhere. Well, one last chance here for the Bearcats. They need to plate 8 if they want to stay alive in this game. They trail 10-2. A new pitcher for the Silver Foxes, Jake Bogan.
7, Maddox Medeiros.
And if you know who Bogan is, well, you're not alone. Or if you don't know who Bogan is, try going inside corner against Maddox Medeiros. That's because Jake Bogan, this is his first time pitching for the Bearcats this year. Alex Pell moves out of left field, and it will be Boykin Bickley in left, and Raleigh Saunders, the pitcher. We'll go back into center. That curveball stays outside. It's 1-1 here against the 8-hole hitter for Brookland-Cayce. Salters did not have an appearance he wanted to remember. 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, and a strikeout with 2 walks. Strike 2 called on Medeiros. That curveball will hit Medeiros. Well, he was ahead 2-0-2. Medeiros takes one to the back and will take first. A no-out base runner is on for Brookland-Cayce.
Now batting number 11, Peyton Murphy.
Only new hitter for the Bearcats is Peyton Murgo. Murgo did make an appearance last game against AC Flora. He went 0-4-1 against the Falcons. He has yet to record a hit this year as a freshman. We'll see if he can change his fortunes right here, right now. It's a right-hander on a right-hander. First pitch from Bogan. Catches the inside part of the zone. Strike 1. Bogan, another one of these young players for the Dutch Fork Silver Foxes. He's a sophomore. Hasn't seen a ton of game action this year. Same with that freshman at the dish for the Bearcats. And Peyton Murgo. 0-1 coming home. Fouled back by Murgo. It's now 0-2. That runner on first is Medeiros. Medeiros is yet to attempt a stolen base. Which is maybe why Bogan hasn't looked him over too many times here this inning. 0-2 coming home. Low, ball 1. Nice dig out from Jarvis Jackson, who's been great behind the dish for Dutch Fork. Well, after this game, don't go anywhere, especially Dutch Fork fans, barring Brookland-Cayce has a vigorous rally here. That ball does get away from Jarvis. That will hit the dirt from Bogan. And it will move Medeiros over to second with nobody out. As I was saying, Dutch Fork fans, I don't want to jinx you, but looking good in this game. Well, it's going to depend on a lot to see if you have any chance to move to that championship slate, what looks to be against River Bluff on Thursday. What would have to happen? You'd have to have an AC Flora win, and you'd have to beat Flora by more than 2. I think, if I'm mathing correctly.
And you need Flora to score.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't need
against.
Flora. You would need Flora to have a good game against Miller. That ball is low outside. Ball 4. Nice AB from Coggins, and there's 2 on, nobody out.
Yeah, like if Flora wins and scores 4 or more points,
They need to
runs against.
Flora. We need to win. They need to put some runs up on Miller, and then we'd have to talk.
Now batting number 22.
I think it's gonna make it a lot clearer after tonight.
Yeah.
Well, Connor Ergel will stay in the game and hit in the place of Brandon Kessner. Ergel went 0-for-1 last night as he watches strike 1 go by. There's 2 on, nobody out. And the top of the order is now back up for BC. It's a lefty on righty as the left-handed Ergel will face the right-handed Brandon Kessner. Now he's going to show bunt, push 1 foul down the left field line. And correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, but I'm pretty sure Ergel pitched right-handed. Am I mistaken?
No. Yeah, right-handed pitcher.
So he's hitting left, pitching right. I'll have to look at it. I don't have the handness on my score sheet. I probably should have done that, but it really hasn't mattered up until now because not many people are ambidextrous here. 0-2 coming home. Strike 3 looking. Ooh, 3 straight pitches on Ergel. What's up?
Yeah, sit up a little bit. Let me grab these.
Oh. I kept blowing around so I put them on my seat.
Yeah.
Well, Rylan Bullis now is up with 1 down here.
Yeah, doesn't have it. Huh.
Now batting number 3, Rylan Bullis.
Should be theoretically on the sheet we got. BC put it on for us. They did not. So, nothing I could have done, I guess. Rylan Bullis today, he has the one of the 2 runs scored for Brookland-Cayce as he watches strike 1 go by in the outside part of the zone. Bullis got a double in the 6th inning. He also walked in the 1st and pumped out in the 3rd, making him 1 for 2 this afternoon. Bullis, the freshman phenom, was on the mound last night for Brookland-Cayce. Now trying to do it at the plate. 1-2 curveball catches the part of the zone. Bullis can't believe it.
Like both of those can't be strikes, right?
That's what he's saying. As we are creeping towards 7 o'clock. It is 7:15. Creeping is a loose term, I guess. 0-2, 1 down. The right-hander on the mound throws one in the dirt. It's ball 1, and Bullis is saying, "Thank goodness they caught a ball."
Get up on it, buddy.
Bullis leads pretty much the whole BC team in pretty much everything that matters on offensively. Leads him in average. That ball slapped over to 3rd. Rollison, you have to wait. Look the man back at 2nd. Throws out for 1, and everyone else is safe. It was an interesting call there from Rollison. It was that was actually better base running there from Medeiros, who stopped halfway.
Yeah, he should have just run to 3rd.
I don't know, because it makes so we couldn't tag him out.
Yeah, no, it's a forced play, right?
Yeah, I know, but I don't think he would have gotten Bullis at 1st.
Yeah, but like once he freezes, you just run to 3rd.
Correct.
And then
you
get
probably
the lead
lead.
runner.
I guess it doesn't matter because now you're just trying to finish this game, but I mean, whatever works. 2 down here for Peyton Feaster, who will stay in the game, or well, not stay in the game, but he'll hit. Peyton went 0 for 1 with a strikeout yesterday against Flora. He is now the last chance Brookland-Cayce has at staying in this game. First pitch swinging, strike 1. Feaster. Not a pitch blown by him. Now next pitch to him, hard hit over to the second baseman, that's Offing. Offing will flip it over to 2nd, and Yarborough steps on the bag for the out, and that will do it. Dutch Fork has won the 5th straight game here against Brookland-Cayce by a final score of 10-2. It was a good game all around, but at the end, Dutch Fork too much for BC to handle as BC falls to 0-2 in the Forest Acres Classic. Dutch Fork is now big Falcon fans here tonight as the Falcons are starting to pile in to their dugout. They're going to be donning their all baby blues tonight and are the home team against the Miller School. Well, Dutch Fork fans, tune in. You're gonna have to see where you're standing next game. Falcon fans, you know what's coming. Jeff and I will be on the call looking for win number 2. One of these teams will grab it. We're hoping it's for the good guys.
Yep, for sure. Looking forward to it.
That will do it from us. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been a pleasure all day, and we're looking to join you in the nightcap. I think we got about 45 minutes till game time, so come join us here on Definite Fiction for the last game in day 2. See y'all in the next one.